Hi, everybody. Nobody's here. I'm trying to figure out how to turn it. Hang on. I may not be able to. I may have to do it while I'm looking at it. How do I turn
Do you have
this?
the microphone, or do you need it?
Oh, yeah, the microphone would help, wouldn't it? Of course,
Oh,
I'm
you're-
standing right next to it, so. Okay, Tara, did you leave me a microphone that doesn't work? There it goes. Okay. Joan is watching. Hi, Joan. I'm trying to turn it. Oh, I found it. Okay, now I'm turned. Okay, here we go. I don't care if well, they can hear it. That's the only thing. All right, how many we got? We got 2. Hi, I'm having some technical difficulties. Miss Tara is not here today, and we miss her greatly, but you will notice the headbands. It's because while the cat's away, the mice will play. So I have my headbands. And Miss Brenda is doing my camera, or my computer. So she will be able to answer questions. Nothing like, why are you wearing that ridiculous headband? Because she has one too. So, you know, it's all good. Look, it's pretty and it's red. And I'm wearing red. And I have blue jeans on and white socks. So I'm all good for 4th of July. Oh, I was going to get my necklaces. Oh, well, I guess we'll live without them. So, Miss Tara is away on a well-deserved break for their anniversary. Isn't that sweet? And so we are here alone. It's great. So we have a few things to show you. And I found some stuff that I really want you to see. And we're going to do a very quick demo of half square triangles. And I know that sounds ridiculous because you know how to do half square triangles, but there's an easier way to do it. And many of you already know this, so please bear with me. But it was a quick demo that I could pull off. We also want to talk about upcoming classes. And when we do our 3, 2, 1, I want to show you one thing you've already seen. Actually, you might have seen them both, but now I'm going to show you how to use them. So let's get started. The classes that are coming up. It is the summer, so our classes are not as plentiful as they normally are because you all want to enjoy the summer while you can, though it's been really cold. But July we have a fair amount, and then August we really take a semi-break because, again, y'all want to enjoy the summer, and according to, we don't have much in August at all, but you all want to enjoy summer. And my son Jacob keeps reminding me that he considers quilting a winter sport. So July, what we have is July 1st is this Saturday. Do you believe it? We have our regulars, our standing classes, though Fair Isle is done this Saturday. And we have, of course, second Saturday sampler, which is normal. It's actually on the second Saturday this time because there's no festival outside our door. We have social sewing, which is the 7th. It's on Friday. You come in from 9 to 4 and work on whatever you want. And you pay, I forgot how much, and then you can sew all day. There will be people around. For example, I'll be working, so we could answer questions, but there really is no teacher, and you're on your own, but we're here if you need us. And so that is the 7th. Then on the 12th, which is a Wednesday, I'm doing Flying Geese Extravaganza. And Tara showed this to you last week, okay? This is what we're going to make. I have no idea if I'm in the camera or out of the camera, so just bear with me. Or send Tara, or send, okay, I'm getting a thumbs up from my computer woman. So, this is Flying Geese Extravaganza. Instead of just doing a technique, I wanted to make something, because I have a million pieces all over the place. So I created this from a picture, kind of altered it to fit my own. Obviously, the stripes are flying geese. They just depends, as Tara told you last week, where you put the white and where you put the red. But one thing I wanted to make sure you realized is the star points are flying geese. So the only thing on this entire quilt are squares and flying geese. That's it. And there are so many more things you can do with flying geese, which we'll talk about at the class. They don't just have to be in a row, okay? You can do them however way you want, okay? So this class is, as I said, Wednesday the 12th from 10 to 2, and this one costs $30, okay? It's on the website. You can sign up and you will get a materials list, okay? It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I did it semi-scrappy, though if you know me, I do scrappy with a plan. I also did this very quickly, so my plan wasn't necessarily in place. This part I got right. So you could do all the same white, which I did, and all the same red if you want to, but I wanted to do a little bit. I'm trying to break out of my mold of not being scrappy. So that's Flying Geese Extravaganza. Tucker University, we're on class number 10. Doesn't matter if you haven't taken any others, okay, or if you started with me late. It doesn't matter. We're doing these individually. It's $30 and you get a design sheet. And this time we are doing large squared, which gives us stacked squares, okay? And you will see that there's a square and 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 a square. So you can do as many as you want. The large square allows you to go much bigger than the regular square. Okay, I love this block. Absolutely love this block. Someday I'm going to make it into a pin. The other thing I can show you with large squared is snail's trail. And I know a lot of people look at this and go, yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. You can turn it around. However, I'm going to show you some patterns that are gorgeous to give you this little twirly gig thing. They're just beautiful. So we'll cover this also in Tucker University number 10. So that will be on Thursday, the 13th. And it is from 10 to 1, and it's $30, okay? We have a few other classes coming up, but we'll talk to you about those next week. We're just trying to give you time to get signed up. If you're at all, if you have a day that you can spend with us, that would be awesome, okay? All right, moving on to the demo. What I want to show you, and again, many of you have already seen this. You will notice we are in a different location because we have a class set up in the other room, and we didn't want to move any of their stuff. So we are in a different location, but what it does let me do is show you, remind you of our summertime row by row. And this gorgeous quilt behind me. We have plenty of patterns. And the line is this line, which is dwell, okay, and you need a pack, and then background. It is just gorgeous. We have some of this in yardage, but not all of it, so that's why you need a pack to be able to do this beautiful, beautiful quilt. I'm not a white person, but I love that. That is, every time I walk in, I smile. It was a good one to put front and center during summer. Okay, so my demo. What I'm going to show you is how to do half square triangles. And again, you know how to do half square triangles. However, I'm going to show you how to do them 8 at a time. So if you had a pattern that needed 16 half square triangles of the same 2 colors, obviously. You can't do this method if you don't have the same colors. you could do them 8 at once. Instead of doing this square, put down, you know, draw my line, blah, 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 and then I end up with 2. But I might be doing a pattern where I did one once, and I needed 232 half square triangles. If I hadn't done them 8 at once, I never would have done the pattern. As it was like, but because I could do them 8 at a time. And then what I did was I just altered which colors I used on each set, or whatever the pattern required. I have a terrible habit of calling patterns recipes and recipes patterns, so if I say recipe, you know what I'm talking about. So, all right. It's a little difficult to do this. Matter of fact, I'm going around. Hang on. Okay, here we go. I'm straddling the tripod here. All right, so what I did is I started with these 2 pretty. I figure blue, you know, it's close to July 4th. And then I drew, oh, hang on. This is what happens when Tara's missing. Hang on. Oh, jeez. Are y'all back now? My mother called. I'm sorry. I will call her back. Or Bev, call her and tell her I'm on the phone, or I'm on live, so I can't do it. All right. So what you do is you put your Quilter's Magic Wand, which if you don't own one of these, is absolutely amazing. What you can't see very well on here because of the thread I used is I drew, I'm trying to juggle this, guys. I drew lines each side. And then you do it again. Okay, each side. And I don't know if you can see that, but they're in pencil. Okay, I use regular pencil because it's on the back. And then you could also use Frixion, but you just got to be careful because when you press it, it's going to go away. And if you need it later, it could be bad. This one you won't need later. Because then what you're going to do is you're going to sew just inside the line. Both ways. Okay, so I use black thread so you could see it because the rest of my samples have white thread and it's hard to see. So I did this one. I wouldn't normally do that. I would do a matching thread or gray. I use gray on everything. So I wanted you to see how you sew on each side. When you go to cut this, do not cut between the lines yet. You're going to cut in a cross. Okay, so you're going to cut up and down, and you're going to cut across. Then you get something that sort of looks like this. I did one cut. When you cut across, you end up with 2 pieces. Then you got to cut that piece and that piece. Then you can cut between the lines. Okay? And now you're back to a regular half square triangle. But look at those dog ears. Plus, they're not perfect. So what we need to make them perfect is a tucker trimmer. And then I trim them so they are absolutely perfect. And I only put 5 of them on here. There would be 8 of them. And that's so much faster. Now, this is from a tech sheet called 8 at Once. And you can do multiple sizes. Look at these little guys. Aren't they cute? That's the smallest size they call for. And you start with a 4-inch square. And you end up with 1.5 cut size. These will finish out at 1-inch squares. There's a quilt out there. I can't remember the name of it. And it calls for hundreds of 1-inch squares. And I'm like, yeah, that's not me. So, but I would do it with this method. So let me go back around and I want to talk to you. Actually, let me show you this before I go back around. It's the tech sheet, 8 at Once. We have some here in the store. It gives you multiple sizes, all the way from finished size. And we know the difference between finished size. Cut size is what it is here. Finished size is what it is in the quilt. So in the quilt, what size is it? Okay, so of course that includes 1/4 inch seam all the way around. So this card will allow you to do finish size 1 inch to 6 inch. 6 inches big. These guys are 2.5, I believe. Yes, these guys are 2.5. Cut size, which would finish out at 2 inches. Okay? So it tells you what it's going to be cut size, what is the size of the large square that you need. So since these finished cut size at 2.5, this is a 6 inch square. Is it? It doesn't look 6 inches to me. Oh yeah, look at that, it's 6 inches. Can't tell. So if you want to do 6 inch half square triangles, which would be like, here we go. That would be this size. Okay? Then you would start with a 14 inch square. Draw your lines. Your Quilter's Magic Wand may not do that diagonal. Might not be quite big enough. But take either any ruler. I have Creative Grids that have a 1/4 inch line on them. Put it on the diagonal, draw on one side, turn your square, draw on the other side. Okay, I love this thing. And you will end up with 6.5 cut size. And then everything in between. So this makes awesome. And I just want to show you on the very back, they give you lots of possible patterns. Sorry, I did keep moving. I was looking at somebody outside. Sorry. All right. So, text sheets are available here. I think they're $8.50. I think. We also have Quilter's Magic Wands, and they are $7.99. You will never, never regret getting this. There's a laser line. I need a piece of paper. There's a laser line down the center, and that is what you line up on your diagonal. Each side of the laser line is a 1/4 inch. You can also use this to test your 1/4 inch on your machine, which I've done whenever I switch machines or whenever it comes back from being cleaned. I double check my 1/4 inch. So this is amazing. And Tucker trimmer, which is here somewhere. Okay, Tucker trimmers we have here. Can't remember how much they are, but we have them here. If you this is an amazing tool also. Let me take some of this stuff off so you can see it on the white. All right, Tucker trimmer is one of, well, Deb Tucker calls it the heavy hitter. This was her first one, and you can square up anything up to 6.5 inches. They have a common diagonal and sizing diagonals. I use this I use this more for non-Deb Tucker than I use it for Deb Tucker. I don't spend my whole life doing Deb Tucker. I do lots of things. So if you don't own one of these, this I think you should either put on your wish list or run right in and get one. We have them here. All right. That was a down and dirty, fast, not very good demo. But if you want to see more closely, there's 2 things you can do. Come in and I'll show it to you. I work on Fridays. The other thing you can do is you can sign up for Tucker University freshman year the next time we run it, which probably won't be till January. But what you'll be able to do is go through all of her tools, and you'll know them, not all of them. Go through a number of tools and you'll know them well. So they're not one and dones, especially Tucker trimmer. And Tucker trimmer comes in 2 more sizes. This does half and whole. Tucker trimmer 2 does 1/4 and 3/4, and I'll tell you, I've used it maybe 3 times in my life. And then Tucker trimmer 3 is big, and it goes up to 13 inches. So if you have bigger squares that you need to square up. you can use Tucker Trimmer 3. All right. Again, if you have any questions, just give me a call. All right, next thing. I have a script, and that's as far as I got with my script. But I think maybe, do you think it's time for 3-2-1? Because 3-2-1 is going to be a little different this time. It's going to be, all the regular stuff is there, but we want to show you a couple other things you can do with this. Also, don't forget to comment, because we do have a prize for commenting. Okay? All right. And I'm supplying the, oops, sorry, I hit the thing. I'm supplying the prize because I forgot to talk to Tara about it. So I'm supplying it. All right.
Irene?
Yes.
What's the price on the large Tucker trimmer?
Hang on. Hang on, I'm looking for it. Hang on. How much have we got now?
Irene, your mom is fine.
Oh, okay. My sister called my mother. Thank you, Beth. I'll call her when I get done. All right. Excuse me. Tucker Trimmer 3 is $42. And again, I don't think you will regret. If you do a lot of squaring up, I have a lot of 12-inch blocks that I make, and I love this thing. I just love this thing. I'm working on the Alaska quilt to do it the Tucker way with the wedge star. I'm going to teach that next, not this round, but the following round. And you have to square them up to 9.5. I use this because I can do 9.5. Again, halves, excuse me, wholes and halves. They go by the moons. Wholes and halves. Okay? So that's the big one. Tucker Trimmer 2 is great. If you get a pattern, which I know Brenda ran into one a little while ago that she had to square to like 2 3/4, then Tucker Trimmer 2 is fantastic. But apparently someone's on the computer. So yes, I love these. I love them. I am a certified Deb Tucker person, but even before I was certified, I loved them. So that's one reason I became certified. All right, 3, 2, 1. Again, we're gonna, excuse me, we're gonna do something a little bit different this time. We're still doing the normal, okay? All right, so for those of you who don't know, we usually end with 3, 2, 1. And what they are is special, it's not a sale, it's a special pricing. How's that? A special pricing that lasts 1 week. Or until it's gone. Okay, whichever comes first. So, what we have is the first one is always 3, and it's $3 a yard fabric. So what we've chosen is this one. If, I don't have a clue what line it is. Wilmington, it's a Wilmington print. And it's gorgeous, okay? It's metallic, so it can't be, not that you would maybe not use this as a bowl cozy anyway, but it is metallic, so it can't go in the microwave. But it's so pretty. Look how pretty it is. It's got purple flowers and pink flowers on a light blue background with a dark blue accent. It's just so pretty. And orange. Orange is my new favorite color. I don't know why. I think I've been around my sister Bev too long. Well, it's never too long. It's not long enough. But this year, I'm really into orange. Like this orange one. Where'd it go? This orange one right here. That's the color of most of the flowers I got to decorate around my house. Just, they appeal to me. And then my husband picked fuchsia. So, our house is very interesting. So, anyway, $3 a yard. There, as long as it lasts, or a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 yards. Maybe. So, if you really like it, I think it would be beautiful on a bag. I think it would be beautiful on an apron. Anything like that. Okay? Pretty. $3 a year. All right. 2 is different this time. Well, it's not different, but we're going to do something slightly different. We have, as soon as I figure out where they went, we have a number of these block magazines, and I can't even tell you what year they were. I thought it would tell me in here. They were, it's a secret. It's not printed anywhere. Yeah, I can't find a date. I know it's been a couple years, I think. Though time kind of gets goofed up with me, so it could be more or less. But anyway, this is a beautiful block magazine. It has all of these patterns in it. Okay? Now, if you're familiar with block, they consider it a magazine, but I consider it a book. But because they consider it a magazine, they can ship it cheaper. And it's floppy, so they can ship it less expensively. So, I'll show you the one I'm making one of these days, is that one. I love that one. And then there's other holidays here, like that's done Halloween. However, you could do it in anything. And that one takes 5-inch squares, which will be important in a couple minutes. She's done the majority of them in Christmas fabrics because it is her Christmas book. But there is one with gnomes, but I'm not showing it because I can't stand gnomes. So we're not doing that. And I apologize for those of you who love gnomes, but I'm just sick of them. They're everywhere. They also have Christmas cards in here. So make somebody a Christmas card, which isn't on the back. That's weird. All right. So this normally sells for $6.99. We are selling, we have, I don't know, 4 or 5 copies.
Are those half square triangles in the Christmas tree pattern?
I looked at that and I'm not sure. Let me look. The question is, are they half square triangles in the Christmas tree pattern? And yes, they are. And guess what? She used 8 at once. It's not specifically Deb Tucker. She just found a better way to do it. But that's what it calls for in the Christmas tree pattern. The other thing that there are in the Christmas tree are flying geese. And where do we have flying geese? Where are they? Well, anyway, it shows flying geese right here. Oh, it's saying if you'd rather do flying geese instead of pinwheels, you can do that too. So you get a choice. Look at that. So, yes. So normally $6.99. We are selling these 4 or 5 for $3.50. I don't remember if it's on the website, but you better get them while you can, because they'll go fast at $3.50. Very, very fast. I already have one, or I would buy one. So the reason we wanted to show you this one is some of these do take 5-inch blocks, like we just talked about. Don't forget we have holidays at home, okay? And these are so pretty. So we have a bunch of these that could be used for any pattern that takes 5-inch blocks, okay? These are $11.99. We have about, I think we have 12, 10, 12. So again, get them while you can. Now if you like these, we also have yardage, and we showed this to you once, but we wanted to show you again. If you like, there's a couple in there that do strips, okay? So here's a beautiful, I love this one. And Tara's drooling over this. My sister Nancy would be drooling over this. And it's got the pine cones. So we have yardage of that one. We have yardage of this sweet white background. Well, it's really cream. It's not white. And the berries and the twigs, sprigs. Not twigs. Well, there's twigs, but they have leaves on them. So, and then we also have, where'd it go? We have the green one of that. Okay. Sagey green. Okay. And then we also have, I love this one. Look at that. For those of you who like a little blue, or I don't know if you call this blue. I call it blue, but it's like an antique blue. Okay, we have yardage of that one, and then the last one we actually have yardage of is this one, which is so pretty. Makes a beautiful accent. Okay, so we showed those to you because these books are primarily Christmas. So we just wanted you to know that that's available, as well as the whole line in 5-inch squares. Okay? All right. And so those are $3.50. So $3 a yard, $3.50, and our one is something we have one left of. And so we have one left of this. It is this Modern Holidays Table Runners. And if any of you remember this, Brenda taught, which one was it, Brenda? Hearts? She thought it takes a minute. Hang on.
The hearts.
There we go. It was the hearts. Okay? So, yeah, on top. Can you see it? But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patterns in here. They range from 17.5 wide to 19.5 wide by, the smallest one is 44.5, and the largest one is 54, and that's the stars one. So we have one of these patterns left. It's $12.99 regular. It's $7 today. If you want it, I don't think this is on the website. If you want it, you need to either comment or come in and let us know. Okay? It's awesome. You've got, look at all the holidays you can cover. Cover the whole year. Look at that. So, this is the one, $7. This is the two, $3.50. Okay, with all these beautiful patterns. And again, she started putting them on the back, which if you own them all, okay, it is on the website. I swear Tara's listening to me. But anyway,
Modern Holiday Pattern sold.
the Modern Holiday pattern just went. So we're good. All right, and then, of course, our $3 a yard fabric. Okay, and when this is gone, it's gone. And I anticipate it will go fairly quickly. Okay? Be a beautiful backing to a spring quilt. All right. I think I've covered everything. Tara, I hope I didn't embarrass myself and you. And I thank everybody for paying attention and listening. And we didn't.
Our winner?
Oh, that's right. We have a comment winner. Hang on. It is
Kathy Cast.
Kathy Cast. And you know what you're going to win, Kathy? You're going to win a Quilter's Magic Wand that I supplied. So there are actually multiple colors. So you could, now this one looks different than this one because they put tape on it. So all you do is peel that off and then it'll be pretty like this one is. So we will put a note on it, and when you come in, if you want to pick a color, I suggest you go light. There is a blue one, but sometimes you can't see the center line. I have a purple one. They used to make a purple one, but they got complaints because you really couldn't see the center line. So, but there's this color, then there's this color, and then there's, I can't remember what else. There's pink, I think. So, it will be waiting for you the next time you come in. So, all right. Are there any questions, Miss Brenda? Hang on, she's on delay.
We got them answered.
We what? We got them answered? We're good. All right, well, thank you very much, and I appreciate you hanging in here, even though I'm flying solo, and you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye. finish.